So I was doing this as a separate video idea. I was going over the breakdowns of cards from the last weekish for Fusion World and kind of just going over them, my take and whatnot. And I knew about this card. I knew about the ruling change. And I kind of started getting to a little bit on that card and realized, okay, this is more of a Masters point of view than it is a Fusion World point of view. But yeah, we got the new Cell 8-drop card for Fusion World, and this changed a role in Masters. And for as a Fusion World player, this is a great fix. It makes the deck more viable, makes you play the leader. But carrying this over to Masters changes I wouldn't say a lot, but it changes a handful of things. And there's a little bit of chaos ensues. So I'm just curious what your all's take on this ruling change was. But let's get into it. So the card that was revealed for Fusion World was the 8-drop Cell for the new Set 2 Cell archetype. On play, you place 3 cards from your energy in your drop. Choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, KO them, then add the top card of your deck to your life. Now, this in combination of another card, Son Goku, when this card is played, or when a card is placed in your drop from your energy, add the top card of your deck to your energy and rest mode. The problem with this is that the Cell would trigger this, and then you would just re-ramp 3 cards. And it kind of made the leaders feel obsolete, because the leader has an effect of where you have 5. Yeah, if you have 5 energy, you could just pretty much take a card from your drop and add it to your energy. I think in rest mode or activate. I don't remember which way it is. But yeah, so the activate main if you have 5 energy. So yeah, activate main if you have 5 energy, add up to 1 card with a cost of 3 or more from your drop to your energy, which is kind of cool. You pay 8 energy, you get rid of 3, you ramp a life, and then you immediately activate main here, go back up to 6 energy, and cool. Next turn, you set up, and then the turn after that, you have 8 again. You can play 8-drop again if you wanted to, if the game goes that far. The problem was that with the Son Goku interaction, it was like, well, that just makes that useless. So I'm going to read this word for word from the Facebook. This is from one of the Tier 0 judges. We had a nice bout of confusion with the reveal of FB02-084 Cell and 2 rules that were conflicting from the rule book. And DBS CG Masters, Rule 96211 was incorrectly translated, and 9621 also behaves differently than it does in Fusion World. Because of this, 9621 will be updated in Masters to mirror the way it works in Fusion World. 9621, even if a trigger condition of an auto skill is simultaneously fulfilled multiple times, that auto skill will only be made pending once. So in this case, since Cell's effect is singularity instant of triggering being fulfilled multiple times, the FB01087 Son Goku will only add 1 card to your energy and rest mode. Sorry for confusions, yada yada. Okay, so what this turnaround and did is that it made people kind of go, wait, why is Fusion Worlds conflicting or changing the way Masters is? Part of the reason there is that they're trying to make the game obviously identical, for the exception of counters, which can be an easy transition however you want to look at it. You know, if you believe the game is dying, then it's a transition from Masters to Fusion World. Or if people get into Fusion World and they go, okay, cool, but what's this other game has more mechanic system to it? Cool, let's move on up to this one, try this out. That way it's an easy, seamless transition back and forth. So one of these things that the new ruling kind has changed is the cooler leader. But pretty much the cooler auto will only go pending once, even if multiple cards are being targeted by 1 card's auto. So yeah, Cooler Mill gets hit a little bit there. I think the 8-drop Bojack gets hit because I think it's like, what is that card again? Auto, when you play this card, if you have 5 or more life, choose all of your opponent's cards, switch them to rest mode. Auto, when your opponent switches one of their cards in rest mode to active mode, if your leader card is Bojack Brigade card, your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and sends it to warp. Yes, there are people who will play Bojack, but it's not a really big deck. But this auto is completely fucked because this was kind of like if you got this card out in a Bojack deck, congrats. Like this will cause your opponent to pretty much discard their whole hand. And in this case, it's like, cool, I'll reset everything and discard one card. It just fucks all over it. Like I said, it wasn't something we saw really at all, but it was just interesting to see that. Another card that we're seeing get hit because of this is Dark Power Mass Sand, which has the auto. When an opponent plays a battle card with 15,000 power or less using a non-keyword skill, your opponent chooses 2 cards from their hands and places them in their drop. A lot of people are using this for, I think, the Tapion matchups because Tapion will play 2 of the 1-drops, part of the auto. So, like, yeah, now this will only trigger once. So your opponent, instead of having to get rid of 4 cards, only gets rid of 2 cards. So yeah, like another card getting screwed over because of this ruling. My question is this something you all, like, does this change anything the way you guys are playing the game? Are you affected by this? If you play both Fusion World and Masters, are you okay with this ruling? Because even though I'm not a big Cooler Mill player, and I think Cooler Mill is like the biggest target of this whole ruling change, I am okay with this ruling. And I think it falls more under the idea of just, I play both games. So, like, it does save confusion. But at the same time, like, I could perfectly play 2 games with 2 different rulings and be just fine with it. But yeah, let me know, like, what you think on that. Like, is this something that actually affects you as a player? And what other, I think there's only 3. Yeah, I was just double checking a few things. There's the 3 cards that I came across. I immediately thought of both Cooler and Black Massane. Wasn't aware of Bojack at first until kind of looking into all this stuff. But if there's anything I missed by this, like what else is affected by this ruling change? Yeah, like I said earlier, are you happy by it? I don't know. I think Bandai is. Yeah, okay, that's it. Bye.